Ladies and gentlemen, QREncoder for Linux. It's easy to use, and just before we get started, what is QR? It stands for Quick Response, and it was invented in 1994. And let me just make some bubbles right here so we get the story behind QR correct. And of course, I have prepared this. So it was by a Japanese guy who worked for Denso Wave, and they had a problem where when they scanned stuff, then there was a limit on the barcode scanner. There was a maximum of 20 characters, and there was a problem because then when they had some kind of box in the automotive factory, then they had to scan, then they had to do multiple scans in order to finish the job, and that was quite annoying. He was inspired by playing Go. Let's make another box right here. Inspired by Go. So he was playing Go, and then he actually saw that these red and the black squares, they could actually store information. And then another thing that he was inspired by, I have an example right here. So this is a QR code that we have right here, and you can see there are three squares, and he was actually inspired by the large buildings in Tokyo. So that's why we have those three squares right there. Yes. And QR stands for Quick Response, and it is scanned 10 times faster than standard codes. That was what he aimed for. And yeah, it's after skyscrapers, those three squares that you see right here. And then even though that the Denso Wave, the company where he worked as an engineer, they patented the technology, but they did not enforce it. And then it just became open source. So that's why it is so popular also, because the whole world can use this cool standard right here. But it was actually it didn't rise before, like in the 20s first, when mobile phones, in the early 20s, when mobile phones allowed QR codes to be used, and in the beginning it was really hyped up because this was a new way to actually to get a link, and you could just make these mysterious links and drawings out in the public, and then people, they had to scan it to see what it actually was that the commercial was about. And of course it can be dangerous, so you should always be careful when you go to a website. It's just like visiting a website usually, but you can encode whatever text that you want to. So you can just encode your own name, then your own name will be decoded whenever someone scans that with their phone. Are there any other information? High capacity. One single code can store up to 7,000 numeric and 4,200 alphanumeric characters. So that is one of the features behind QR. I'll just add one more bubble right here. And the error correction, it is resilient. It can read even though that 30% of the code has been damaged. So that is another feature of these QR codes. And it's very fast also. That is another feature. So, fast scanning. Yes, I should have made that a little bit larger and wider. But so those are the traits of QR, and that is why we use it. That's why it has become a de facto standard around the world. That's the story behind it. But Mike, let us look. Didn't you talk about a tool? Yes, there was a tool. So if you open your WSL, or if you're using Linux or macOS, then you can just install it and if you use Ubuntu, then you install it by running apt install and then QREncoder. I'll just show the command right here. Sudo apt install QREncode. QREncode is already installed. And then the way that you use it is that you have to say what kind of format that you want it in, and you also have to say to which file it should be stored. So you say QREncode -O. Let me just increase the text right here. -O, and then the file name, and then -T, and then the format. If you don't give any format, then PNG and the image format will be used per default. But if you want something that you can print out in your terminal, then you can use ASCII format like I do here, and I'm pointing to Code Investigator, my own website, and it's quite easy. So you just say qrcode 2. Then you can check out what is the content of the file out afterwards, like this, and then you'll see the QR code. Okay, Mike, does it work? Does it work then? Let us just try it out. So I have a QR scanner here, of course. Some of the cameras and some of the phones, they actually have a built-in QR scanner. I have downloaded an app. Just check right here. If I scan it, has to be a bit smaller. It's too big. So for some reason it does not work. It should work. Yes, it works now. It's just too big. Okay. And it points to codeinvestigator.com. Yes, so it works. Thank you very much, Japanese guy, Masahiro Hara from Tokyo. Or from Toyota, sorry, not Tokyo. Toyota in Japan, yes. No, I read it as Tokyo. But there were skyscrapers. Where were the skyscrapers located in? Let me just check that one. I read it a bit too fast. Boom, boom, boom. So, and there was and aerial video of the. It could still be. It doesn't say which city it was, does it? No, it does not say which city, but Toyota. But it was from the city where the Toyota factory was located. Of course, we could look up that information. Where is Toyota factory located? Factory located in Japan. Boom, boom, boom. It could be a city named Aichi. Yeah, they have multiple plants. Okay, that's it for me. So use QREncode if you need to QREncode some things. Thank you very much for all of your comments, and thank you very much just for being you and for watching this video, and hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.